Hey everybody, welcome back. What's shaking? So today I thought I'd do another just a quick little get ready with me. So here we go. I'm just gonna clip my hair back and we'll get started. My daughter's little butterfly clip. So we're gonna start with some primer. I'm gonna use my Mercier Foundation Radiance Primer. Just pop a little pea-sized amount of that. Rub that in. There we go. I like this primer because it gives me a little bit of extra moisture, especially on dry days. And it snowed here last night, guys. Snow. It's October 2nd. Like, I hate it. I hate it. So, the next thing I'm going to go in with is my Urban Decay Naked Skin 3. Shake this baby up. This shade it's very depth for me, but it's a bit too yellow. I can make it work in the summertime because I get a bit more golden when I tan. In the winter, I am pretty neutral. So I'm just trying to use this baby up because obviously it's not going to stay good till next summer. So I just like to put it on my hand and then spread it out on my face, and then I even it out with my sponge. In the end, I just find this way not quite as much product gets absorbed into the sponge. And I can focus it where I feel like I need a bit extra coverage. So here we go. I've got my True Fiction sponge. I picked this up a couple weeks ago. I've been playing with it. It's not too bad. I don't know. Some days I prefer my dollar store sponge. But some days I like this one too. This one seems to hold a bit more water and it gets softer than my dollar store sponge, but it's also a bit more porous. So that's why I'm still not entirely sure how I feel about it. Let's blend the foundation in. I might go back with one more little spot of it after I conceal. So I've got pretty bad dark circles today, so I'm going to pop on some Essence Say No to Dark Circles. And blend that in. And then I'm going to pop my Maybelline Fit Me in 10 Light on top of that. This I pretty much saved for just under my eyes. It doesn't sit as well on the rest of my skin, I find. So let's blend that out, blend that out. And pop on some True Fiction in Warm Ivory on top, just for a little bit more coverage. I have deep tear troughs and bad dark circles, and with that combination, it means I can't generally erase all of the color under my eyes. I can if I add like a Primer Potion Eden underneath it, because it's yellow and it'll help it not crease, but I don't need that full of a coverage on a day-to-day basis, so I don't generally bother with that. Also, the primer can get a little bit drying on my under eyes, so I don't often worry about that. Let's do one more half pump of foundation. Just in these areas. Sometimes I like to pop a little foundation over my concealer just to really even everything out. Make sure you're pressing with your sponge. Don't drag it across your face or you're going to move your makeup around. So who is ready to see Big Bang Theory tonight? I am. I'm pretty sure Amy is going to accept Sheldon's proposal there, but she might make him work for it for a bit. I'm just taking my Maybelline Fit Me powder in 120 Classic Ivory, and I'm just going to set my face. I love Big Bang Theory. I missed the last couple episodes of last season, but I was able to catch up on the spoilers and with what happened over the summer. So I can't wait to see how it plays out. 11 years is quite an accomplishment. It's a good show. Here we go. So there we go. Got a base on. So the next thing I'm going to do is pop on my eyebrows. Probably going to speed through this a bit. It takes me a minute. Let's speed that up for you. So that's brows. To do those, I used my L'Oreal Brow Stylist Definer in Brunette. So next thing we're going to do is pop some blush on. Today I thought I would use Nars Orgasm. Pretty pinky peachy gold shimmer. I'm going to take my Real Techniques blush brush, just pop that on my cheeks straight up to my temples. Just want a bit more of a subtle blush today. You can build this one up to quite a bit of color. Some days I like to do major blush days. Today I just want a nice little flush of color on my cheeks. I find that's a favorite of mine in the winter, just doing a nice light fluff, light amount of color and blend it in. Just a touch. And to highlight, I'm going to take my Essence Pure Nude highlighter and swirl it around. I like to just swirl it around like that. This highlighter is like $3.99, you guys. I highly recommend picking it up. It seems to work for almost all skin tones. I absolutely love it. If you feel like you need to blend your blush and your highlighter together a bit more so you don't have a strip, sometimes I just take my blush brush and do that. Have a sip of my coffee here. Because yes, it's after 12, and yes, I am still drinking coffee. What do you want to do about it? Come for me. Next thing to do is start our eyes. So I'm going to pop on my primer potion in Eden. Corner, under, and just blend that baby out. Spread it out over your whole lids. Take it right up to the brow bone. If you have a little too much on your fingers, then just wipe them off on your towel or tissue or whatever you're using for those excess product moments. So for shadow today, I am going to go in with my Naked Smoky palette. My husband picked this up for me for Christmas a couple years ago, and I love it. I'm just going to go in and do one of my favorite classic looks with it. These shades on the outer end are my favorite, as you may be able to tell. I love these. I'm going to use Radar, Dirty Sweet, and High, along with some Combust and a tiny bit of whiskey. And we might even pop some 13 in there. So the first thing I am going to do is I'm going to take my base shadow brush and I'm going to set down my primer with Combust. This palette's the closest skin tone shade for me. There we go. So we got that set down. And so the next thing I am going to do is have a sip of coffee. So I'm going to dab into Whiskey, which is this dark brown matte, third from the right end. And I'm going to pop that into my transition crease area, just to have a little bit of a matte end before I go in with all the shimmers. So back and forth to lay down the pigment, and then circles on the ends to diffuse the color and blow it out. This color is a bit of a cooler brown, I feel, but I'm going to warm it up with the other browns I'm going to pop in. There we go. A little more Combust in the front here. I don't want it too dark near the front. I want to keep most of the darkness to the outer edge. This is just a nice little light daytime look. So there we go with that color. Next, I'm going to dip into Radar, and I'm going to put that on my outer V. So I'm just going to use the same blending brush. Next, I'm going to take Dirty Sweet on a flat shader brush so I get the most pigment, and I'm going to put that right all over my mobile lid. I'm going to take that same brush and just pop a little bit of Dirty Sweet into the crease on top of those other shades I did, just to brighten them up a little bit. I want to do a slightly smoky eye, but not super smoky. It's just a daytime look. There we go. So next I'm just going to wet my brush, pop a little more color onto the end, or middle of my lid, just to brighten it up a bit. Do you see that? How it just took the color up a notch there? Brush away some fallout. And I'm just going to clean up my outer corners before I go into the lower lash line. So before I go into the lower lash line, I'm just going to tight line and put on some eyeliner. So I'm going to use my Smashbox Always Sharp Waterproof Liner in Raven. It's a pure black. I almost never wear black liner, but I really like this for tight lining. So tight line is when you just go into your waterline and get between all those upper lashes. And you're not actually bringing this color up onto your lid at all. Oh, except that I screwed up right there and did that. No big deal. I can fix that. I'm just going to take my shadow brush and fix that up. There we go. See, you can erase your mistakes before you set. You can fix things up. Next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to take my Marc Jacobs Highliner in Cocoa, and I'm just going to do a little bit of a line on my lash line. Just about 2/3 of the way in. There we go. And I just like to just connect it to the lower lash line, but I'm not going to really draw it. I'm going to put it in the waterline just about halfway. These Marc Jacobs pencils are the only ones I find that will stay in my waterline all day without a problem. It is awesome. So I like to keep it a little bit more low-key, so I'm just going to lightly go over that Cocoa with Dirty Sweet. There we go. And now I'm going to take a nice small shader brush for my lower lash line, and I'm going to go in with Dirty Sweet along the whole lower lash line. And I'm just going to take a little bit of Radar just on the outer third. And for the inner corner, I'm going to use this outer end shade called High. I'm going to pop that in my inner corner and on my brow bone. This shade is super, super shimmery. A lot of people, it's divisive. Some people love it, some people hate it. It's one of my favorite shades in this palette, but I am someone who loves shimmer. So if you're not a huge shimmer fan, you might not love it. I think it gives a really nice inner corner and brow bone highlight. So just blend that in. There we go. Just going to give one final blend. I'm just going to mix a little Radar and Dirty Sweet. Just do one final blend up here. One more dab of Dirty Sweet on the lid. There we go. And now, can you guess? Mascara time. Lashes. Curl, curl. And lashes. There we go. And today I'm going to use my Urban Decay Troublemaker. So I just want a nice classic black lash today. Here we go. Got some product. Dab off the tiny bit of excess, and here we go. There we are. There's one coat. Let's pop on one more. And here we go. So what other shows are you guys looking forward to this winter? Let me know in the comments if there's anything I should check out. I don't watch TV a ton lately. Been meaning to catch up on Suits. Do you guys watch Suits? Love that show. Always go back and forth between whether I'd want a Harvey or a Mike. And there we go. We got some lower lash line on there. Now I'm just going to set things down and pop on some lips. Got my all-nighter setting spray. And for lips today, I just want something natural, so I'm going to go in with my Essence Matte 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 03, Well Loved, and I'm just going to pop it right on my lips. So there we go. I'm just going to finish it off with a gloss here. Got the Fenty Gloss Bomb, loving it. I'm going to get some of the foundation and do a review for you guys. It might be a good foundation for winter, so I'm interested in checking it out, but when I went to get a sample, they were out of my shades, so I'm going to try again this week. Let's take this out of my hair. And there we go. That's the finished look, everybody. So please let me know what you like. If you enjoyed this Get Ready with me, what other kind of content you'd like to see from me. I'm interested in taking suggestions. I'm excited to hear your thoughts. Do you guys like Naked Smoky? I love it. It's super fun. So yeah, that's it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please like the video if you liked what I had to say and this Getting Ready with me, and please subscribe to my channel if you want to see some more. Have a great day, everyone.